In the post 9/11 environment that we all live in now, we've had to think of new ways to do things and try to anticipate things. And GAL has helped us do that with a new mindset and a new focus on security.
As we developed a list of vulnerabilities that we identified in terms of what was critical to the Aviation Authority and critical to this facility in terms of our core mission, once we identified those, we prioritized what were essential for our personnel to know and understand. We then added in what we called training to support that.
It's a good mindset that we've learned to use here. We need to be more proactive, and we've learned to do that, whereas our training in the past has been more reactive. And this gave us a specific direction where we can go out and look for these folks that do us harm.
We have a little over 1 million people that deplane through this airport every year. There's 2 to 3 greeters for each one of those, so it doesn't take long to figure out that the 25 men and women that patrol this airport deal with roughly 3 to 6 million people a year. With that being said, there's a lot of area for gray, and we have to stay tuned in. We have to be alert to our surroundings.
The security risks are so much different than the hurricane planning or a fire in your facility. There are a lot of different things he brings to the table because of his background and experience. He also has the ability to understand it from the corporate side, and that's very important to me.
It's not simply coming in and offering security training. I think what most people understand, particularly in the civil aviation security environment, that you need to know and understand how this system works. And by having an understanding in terms of how civil aviation security works and how really an event in Charleston, South Carolina is tied to an event that happens in Los Angeles, California, or in London, England, it's very important for us to know and understand that, and for our people to have an understanding. And that's the value that GAL's training has brought to us.
As time goes by, we get kind of lax, and we forget things that such as 9/11 that have happened, and those things get out of our mind, and we get back to where we're complacent again. And his training has actually gave us a better perspective on this, on things of that nature.
Being aware when you're out riding on the roadways or you're walking through the terminal, to be alert to that little minor issue that doesn't appear to be right or is out of the norm. It's unusual to you. Instead of just saying, that's just an unattended bag, you go to the bag, you deal with it, you resolve it. Once you're resolved and satisfied in your mind, then we have a successful outcome. The big thing is driving the mindset to each individual officer that they are the front line and they have to respond to what they find and deal with.